Alright guys, how's it going? Awesome Soul here, and welcome back to Robocraft. Now, this time around, I am flying the Purple Haze, one of my older-ish bots. But now, because of the new helicopter, well, new-ish helicopter camera controls scheme, the controls are godlike. And helicopters are very fun to play right now. So, I've been playing this one quite a bit, and if you actually go and check out Gamer Guide's channel, you will see a match of this thing in action. We got some pretty good games out. I think I went like 9 or 10 kills one game in deathmatch. It was pretty crazy. Now, I don't think I'm gonna get out of this alive, but can I score the kill here? Nice. Like, literally, half a second before. Whew, that was close. But anyways, what I am here today to talk about is the Chain Shredder, or I guess I'll kind of touch on the Chain Shredder, but the real meat of this episode will be covering the EMP module. Yes, the Even Max Procrastinate module. For those of you who don't know, there was a little Easter egg inside the Chain Shredder model. And it said Even Max Procrastinate, rather. And people were saying, oh, obviously this means EMP. And what do you know? A few days later, they released the EMP model 3D viewer thingy. So you guys can go check that out in the description, as always. It's pretty cool. It's like a floaty gyro thingy in the center of it. I don't know what that's meant to represent. I guess it's like a little motor that generates the EMP blast. But it doesn't really have to make sense. It's Robocraft. It's just meant to be fun. So, I guess real quick, I'll get out of the way the Chain Shredder little update thing, because when I did my last video, we didn't have any information on it. All we have was speculation, and of course I speculated correctly. It was a sort of chain rapid-fire weapon. No, I need to turn. Come on, man. Why you do this to me? Why you take out my rotors? Oh, cool. Anyways, so I got everything pretty much right, except I said it was going to be a mid-range brawler type weapon. Turns out it is well, I guess they say at the very least, it is a close-range brawler weapon. And that's okay, because we could always use a few more of those, because lasers are kind of long range if you really think about it. And we got rails too, which are also long range. And I guess if you really wanted to, plasma is also long range, kind of. And I think the rapid fire Chain Shredder-ness of the weapon would be enough to differentiate it from the Ion Distorter. Ion Distorter is a burst weapon, and the Chain Shredder would be a constant barrage type thing. So I think they're different enough. I guess also the fact that, you know, since the Ion is a burst weapon, it has the ability to instantly react to the enemy. Whereas the, I guess the spin-up time, whatever you want to call it, for the Ion Distorter, the Chain Shredder, is, not gonna make it as much of a twitch weapon as this thing. So, moving on from there, the EMP module. Now, hopefully, it is not gonna be super expensive CPU-wise, but based on what it does, I'm gonna have to say it will be. And all modules seem to be in the same area, but by cheaper, I don't mean like 305, like the, I believe that's what the Ghost module is. Oh boy, they do not like me over here. Perhaps I should have retreated. But hey, at least I'm getting some kills. And we're winning too, so that's not too bad. Do I hazard to guess what it's going to cost? I wouldn't be surprised if it's going to be 310 CPU. But, we'll see. I don't really see it being on the low end of the spectrum, like the Blink module, which I believe is 285. I don't really see it being down that low just because of the description of it. And how it works has a few people concerned, but with the 2 recent releases of the miniaturized versions of the Ion Distorter and the miniaturized version of the Flak, I think I kind of trust FreeJam a little bit more when it comes to balancing now. So, because those 2 weapons, upon released, were pretty goddamn balanced, and no real tweaking had to be done. But we'll just have to wait and see. This isn't a weapon, this is a module, and an offensive quote-unquote module at that, which is something we don't really have. Now, by offensive, I don't mean like, you know, it's gonna deal damage. It won't. What I mean by that is it's really good in offensive situations, whereas, you know, the Blink is good for mobility or escaping. Obviously not, I guess, kind of combat, or offensive, but it does use a lot of power to get you there. So I don't know, but anyways, you get the idea. So the whole point of this weapon is that when you activate it, a little area of effect warning ring will appear, and anybody in that ring should be like, oh crap, I need to get the hell out of here as soon as humanly possible, or robotly possible, because we're playing with robots in this game. But anyways, and then I don't remember if they actually specified how long it takes before your EMP will erupt, or whatever you want to call it, but there will be the warning ring area, and then it will instantly go off, and basically any enemy bot in the area will deactivate. And also, I don't think they really specified for how long they're going to be deactivated, rather, but they will be deactivated nonetheless. And what does this mean? Well, movement will stop working, you won't be able to fire your guns, and you will promptly die by the enemy team. No, well, you might, actually. But if you have allies close by that didn't get EMP'd, you should be okay-ish. I'm guessing the effect isn't going to last very long, because it seems like it would be very powerful if it was more than like 3 seconds of deactivation. So we'll just have to wait and see. Of course, I've gone into the Hornet's Nest alone. While I'm here, let's take you out at the very least. Hey, looks like we won. That's pretty good. And of course, I'm getting killed from beyond the, I was gonna say beyond the grave, but beyond the match. That works too. 5 kills, 5 deaths, 5 assists, and decent damage. Score, not fantastic. I've had better games with this thing, but not a terrible showing. 5 kills is not too shabby. Then again, 5 deaths isn't really that good, but hey, at least I went neutral. I didn't go negative. So what do I think of the EMP module? I'm very happy that we're getting more modules in the game, because you can never get enough of those. I do love creating those mechs with a module in the center and then the 2 of the big heavy weapons on the side. And I definitely do have a mech planned for the Chain Shredder. I don't know if I'll be able to fit the EMP inside of it. I might have to do some tweaking, but it looks pretty damn awesome. It's used a color scheme as well that I've never used before, but it actually turned out to be quite unique. It's certainly not very militaristic, but it's pretty awesome nonetheless. Hopefully you will enjoy the mech and the color scheme. And of course, I build mechs because I like the aesthetics of them. I like the fact that you can make them look cool, and I personally have this sort of feel that I like when designing mechs. If you remember the Spearhead, it will look kind of like that, but a little different. I've also made another mech that I'll probably show off in another video. Ooh, just you gotta wait for that though. Anyways, let me know what you think of the Chain Shredder and the EMP in the description below. And, of course, in the low bar, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. The links can be found there. Anyways, guys, I've been the Awesome Soul. I thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Take care.